according to all these.
Okay, sir.
So yesterday we have gone through most of the important activities of Excel, for which we have gone through different activities of Excel and some of the operations related to Excel. Today, the most of frequently used activity, that is for each row, that I'm going to start. In for each row, just a second. So today I'm going to start for each row activity that is used in most of the Excel automation. So before starting the explanation or activity of this for each row, let me tell what I want to do here. So in my Excel file, you can see there are two different columns, num1 and num2, and third column is operation. So what is my task right now? I have to add these two numbers one by one. Means I have to add this 12 and 42, then 32 and 12, 14 and 11, 54 and 32. So I have to iterate and add each number. So depends on the operation. Initially, I'll do only addition. Then for next, after completion of this, I will start with some other operations like subtraction, multiplication, and division. So what happens in a UiPath for each row activity? In for each row is taken by that for each row activity, and the operations are performed. For example, if I want to do addition, then number one is taken. My first item is taken as a 12, second item is taken as a 42, and we can perform some operation. So for that we need some operations, we need some activities to perform this operation. So as you know, before starting the operation on any Excel file, which activity I should take to read the Excel file? Read a range. So to read the Excel file, we should use a read range activity. Right now, I'm taking workbook type of activities because only one file I have to read. That's why I'm taking read range activity. Here I'm passing the path of my Excel. So my Excel is located in the desktop and the file name is test2. So that is the first task. I'm giving the path of my Excel file. And then second thing, since I want to read whole Excel file, the range should be blank, and just create the output variable as a DT, that is a data table 1. You can put DT1. So what is happening here? I am reading my Excel file and storing that Excel file in a data table DT1. Okay. So this is the first task I should do. Now, after reading this file, I have to take each rows and do the operations, whatever I have. Okay. So to iterate through each rows, I should use for each row in data table. This is the activity which iterates each row in our data table. So here the current row for each row, and here in we have to pass the variable name of data table. So already we have created data table DT1. So we can pass that DT1 in our.
Sir, how you can create that panel in the tab in? Means you are selecting DT1. So how will it appear?
Yes. Whenever you are creating, let's say I'm clicking on this read range activity, and here by using control key, I have created DT1 variable, correct? So
correct.
After creating this variable, it is available in whole sequence. Whenever you are taking any activity that will appear, we have to select. So by using control K, let's see, I'm just taking one assign activity just for your understanding. And if I'm clicking here and using control space, automatically your variable will happen.
Okay, so means before means after clicking it, it will automatically appear, right?
Yes, let me delete this one. And you have to use
Okay.
Control C CTRL button in your keyboard plus space. If I
Con
do that, automatically the
okay,
variable
control
panel.
plus space.
Yeah, Control plus space.
Okay, okay.
So automatically your variable will come there. Now the summary of this for each row data table is each row is iterated in your this data table one. Means data table one means this Excel file. Now,
Okay.
what is my action? So my action is let me tell you what is happening in this activity. So I'll take message box to understand how the Excel file is iterated. So let me tell you current row of 0. If I'll put current row of 0, then what values you are getting? Let me close this Excel file, you can find. So if I run this workflow, yes, you can see first value is 12. Second value will be
Okay.
32. So all the values of that particular first column will be displayed. If I'm taking here as a current row of 1, second column's value will be displayed. 42, then 12, then 11, 32 to 21.
Okay, sir. But we are taking here current row. So instead of row, can we take current column?
No. Actually, we have a standard standard activities and standard syntax, because since we are using for each row activity, we don't have for each column activity. We have only for each row activity.
Okay, it means that means we have to take current row, and for mentioning the column, we have to take 0, 1, 2, 3 like that.
Yes, correct. So
Okay.
which value you want depends on that. Depending on that, you can just take the index. So first column's index is 0, second column's index is 1, third column is index 2,
Okay.
like that. Now, if I want to, as you understood what I'm taking here. Now, if I want to add two numbers, what I should take? I should take I should store this first value in one variable, this second value in second variable, and then I can check this as a which operation I have to perform. Okay.
Okay.
So now I'll take one assign activity, and in assign activity, I'll just create one variable control K number 1. So I'm just creating variable here, and I'm passing value as a current row of which value I should pass here for number 1?
0.
0 dot to string. Okay. Then I want to take another variable for second number. So I'll use number 2.
Sorry, sir, have you copied that activity?
We can directly click on that activity and you just use Control
Drag.
C. Control C you can put, or you have another option, right click on that activity and just copy here. Both options you can have. Okay. Then you can see I have taken another variable. I have created another variable number 2, NO2. Which value I should pass here?
Current row 1.
Yes, current row of 1. Previously, the activity name was only row. Right now, it is changed to current row. Okay. Now we have two values, number 1 and number 2. Now we can directly take third variable. Yes, control K, and we can put as a sum. This is third variable I am taking, and here we can pass number 1 plus number 2. So this is simple addition I am doing. So addition part is completed, and if you want to check what is the addition coming there, we can put the sum. One point is missing here, but after executing this workflow, I'll explain you what is missing there. So addition will be, first addition will be, what will be the addition? 12 plus 42, that becomes 54. So first value should come there as a 54.
54.
Yes. What it is coming? 1242.
Yeah,
I have
1242.
purposefully done the same. Here,
So you have concatenated the strings,
yes,
not the integer.
yes, exactly. The next, it's coming 3212, 1411, 5432, 6762, 87721. So the reason is the type I have selected as a string. So I have to convert int 32.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. I think means your voice is not getting to me. That's why.
Now, is it audible?
Yeah. Sir, can you please repeat how to convert that string into the integer?
I'm just using convert dot to int 32. Okay.
Okay.
That is the only thing I'm doing. And variable type is a string, so I should convert that in a int type. Understood?
Okay, sir. Okay.
So I'm just convert dot to int 32, and what we want to convert? We want to convert current row of 0 dot to string.
Okay.
And here again, same I should do, that is change the variable type as a int 32. And here again, I should convert into integer, that is a convert dot to int 32. Okay.
This panel also comes when you click control space dot to wala.
Yes. No, actually, whenever I'll just enter dot, automatically other things comes. Other list
Okay.
comes. After just entering dot, it will come other options.
Okay, they are suggestions.
Yes, suggestions, correct. So let me run this bot. Yes, right now our answer is correct. Okay, any doubt till now?
No, sir, no.
Okay, now if I want to write in a Excel column, that is the next column we have. Okay, value column we have. So I have to write my value in this D column. So to write the value, what is the activity in Excel we have? Write cell. we have a write range activity, but write range is used to write a whole Excel file. But here we are iterating one by one. That's why we should use write cell activity.
Okay.
Understood why I'm using write cell in place of write range? Because my operation is, it will,
Row to row.
yes, row to row. So it should write row to row, not whole Excel at a time. So again,
Right.
here I should pass my Excel path, then sheet 1 is correct. Here, in which column I have to write? The column name is D. Yes, am I right?
Yes.
Then data table name dot rows dot index of current row. So this is the standard syntax.
Sir, can you please explain that? Means how can you use that?
Yes, this is the actually what we are doing. We are just writing. Let me first run this bot, then I'll explain you why I have done that one. I'll close and I'll just put only D. Okay, where we have to write in D column, we have to write, and what we want to write, sum I want to write. So if we'll get the error, then we can understand sum dot to string. Okay, so let me close this Excel file and run this bot. Then I'll explain you why that is important. Cell D does not exist. Sorry, D2. I have to explain you why I'm doing that one. $54, then 44, 25, 86, 898. Okay, operation is completed. Yes, you can see only 898 is written. What is that exactly? What is happening there?
Last sum 877 plus 21.
Yes, but while displaying it was showing one by one, correct?
Right.
Then why it is not displayed? Why it is not displayed? Sorry, why it is not written there?
I don't know, sir.
Any idea?
No, sir.
Yes, the reason is we are specifying where we have to write in D2. So every time
Right.
our values are written only in a
D2.
D2. So to goes continuously, we should find the index of each cell. We should find the index of the each cell, and according to it should write.
Okay.
Understood? So we should take one variable of a cell index and assign the value of that. So let me take one assign activity and variable as an index. So data table name dt1 dot rows dot index of our data row, current row. And variable should be integer because we have to increment counter. So counter is always integer. That's why I should change the variable index type, that is an integer. Understood what I have done here?
No, sir.
Here I am taking the index of my cell. So to take the index, let's see, I should know what is the data table. I should know what is the data table.
Right.
Then what is the row? Means how many rows are there? So
Okay.
in data table, we have number of rows.
Right.
We have a big data table. In big data table, we have number of rows. That's why second value I have taken as a rows. So in dt1 dot rows means in a one data table, we have a number of rows, and in that number of rows, what I have to find out? Index of current row.
Okay.
Okay, so let me show you how we can find this index. So it will iterate. Let me trigger this bot. First one is a 0. Second one is a 1. Actually value we have some value is coming there. 1. Third one is a 2. Understood what is happening there?
Yeah. Means it is giving some and the
Index.
row number index.
Yes, index,
Right.
row index. Okay. So now our most of the part of logic is completed. We found our index. Okay. We found our index. Now to write in our proper cell, we have to specify the cell name. Okay.
Okay.
Cell name we should specify, and what is the index? Let's see. Our index is already we have created dot to string. Okay. Again, there is one problem. First, let me run this bot, then you can understand. Yeah. Have you understood what is the problem? The cell D0 does not exist. Our columns value are always starting with this one. We don't have a 0 index. So you should always start with the particular index plus 2. So this is a very important thing. Whenever you are passing the variable index, it should be plus 2 always. Okay. Index always starts from 0, but in 0 we don't have anything to write. So you should always put as a 2. Let me run. This is our perfect solution. All values should write in a proper cell. Let us check test 2. Is this correct output?
Yes.
Okay. So you understood till this one. This is a working of for each row. Now, if I have a different operations, already we in the Excel file we have different operations. Okay. In Excel we have different operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, other operations are there. Okay. And if I have to do the operations according to our column name, as per our column name, I have to do some operations, not always addition. What is your suggestion on that? Any suggestion? What we can do? Hello?
Yes, sir. I'm thinking.
Yes,
but
okay.
Not get.
No worries.
Hmm.
My task is, if here in place of addition, here is subtraction. These are the different operations I have to perform. Let me delete this one. Okay, let me explain what we can do. So we can take operations and we can decide which operation I have to perform. So for that we can use switch. Switch is the one of the activity which is available in UiPath. So by using switch, we can go in a particular operation. So let's see. If the operation is addition, then first case will be executed. If the operation is subtraction, it will execute second case. So like that, depends on our case, we can execute our this switch activity. So before starting switch, we must know what is operation we have to perform. So for that, we should take one assign operation, sorry, assign activity. And in assign activity, just create one variable, that is a operation. And here, in which row we have a operation? What is the index of that operation value? 0, 1, 2. Which is the value? I think 2. In second index, we have that value. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So operation, actually, what we want to do, the operation that is included in second index of our column. So that is included in operation. Now what I have to do, let me delete this message because it's interrupts. So what I have to do, I have to think which operation is there, and according to I have to perform operation. So let's pass this activity in pass this variable in switch. So type of argument is string because we are going through the operation. This is very important. Sometimes if you miss type argument, then your flow will not execute. So in proper terminal, if the type of argument is string only, then it will execute. Okay. Now I have to create a case. So let me create first case. Case 1. Okay. In case 1, what I have to check? You can put the name as a addition. What we have to do, we have to just, if there is addition, you can put we should pass actual value, add if it is addition, then it should write sum equal to number 1 plus number 2, and it will respectively write in Excel file. Understood what I'm doing?
Sir, please repeat this section.
Okay,
Switch
okay.
wala.
Okay, so I have to go as per our operations available in our Excel file. So to understand what is operation, I have created one variable, that is operation. So as per my operation, so this variable operation includes what is the operation I have to do. So if the operation is add, I have created cases, so means number of situations I have created. For case 1, we are doing addition. So case 2, I am doing subtraction. So if there are 4 operations, then I have to create 4 different cases. And in first case, I have written code for addition. In case 2, I should write the code for subtraction. So I'm copying the same, only operation I'm changing. So in subtraction, I'll just pass num1 minus num2. And again, in addition, I have used right cell activity. Same right cell I should use here. In subtraction, but here I should create one variable, control K subtraction. Okay, it's not allowed, it should subtraction. Okay, and the variable type of subtraction should be, what should be this variable type of subtraction? It is string or integer?
Integer.
Yeah, so I'm just selecting integer, and then I should write, there will not be any change in this right cell, except in place of sum I have to write sub. Okay, just a second, it's not coming. And here the value we should write is, in place of sum, it is subs. Are you good? Understood what I had done here? I have taken one switch activity In switch activity, the operation variable I have passed. Already we have taken the values from our third column of operation. If here we are getting in operation, what operation we want to perform. So depending on operation, if that is addition, then it will come here. If the subtraction, it will go here. That's why I'm passing expression here, operation. So here switch activity will read the operations which we want to perform. I think 1 minute is left, so we'll start after 5 minutes.